Cringe.
Oh my god, Darius, no! Darius! Darius, what the hell? I love you, but what the hell?
Okay, everything's clean so far. Everything's clean so far.
Hey there!
Everything's clean so far.
Hey there! I'm TheCaliMack, a long-time Yaoi player. In my career, I've delved into Yaoi games, both popular, PC, everything, and obscure. If you've tuckered yourself out of the usual games, or maybe don't know how to start, I'll be showing you how I can find all my degenerate goodness. So, if you find anything that's helped you, leave a thumbs up, and leave a like, and give me a piece of your mind by leaving a comment. With that out of the way, let's get to the video. As an oldie of the Yaoi BL scene, and by oldie I mean 8 years because I am old. Fuck! The term BL was actually pretty foreign to me, but what helped me find new games was to look up BL as a search term, and it really opened my eyes to how the game media scene has expanded over the years. That said, some creators post just with the BL tag and not Yaoi, and vice versa. And that's something you should consider when you search. For example, the search results in sites like Itch.io open up to more possibilities when you include certain niches or synonymous terms. Yaoi and BL, Bara and Muscle, Hunk and Twunk, My Life as a Teenage Dump Truck! Dump Truck! I said dump truck! Don't look at me like that. Crazy! Expanding your horizons and going beyond what you searched for will give you more results, for better or for worse. You'll even see some people post with the indie game hashtag and gay games or games. Different hashtags, so keep an eye out for different communities. Sometimes you have to think like a marketing manager to find some folks, which brings us to the second option, following artists. Some artists do delve in making games with their art. Biggest examples I can definitely give you guys for are Maz Jojo, Miko-kun, Zale Blue, who else? There's a bunch, alright? Recently even, a few others. Through artists, you can find their works being sold in other areas, like Gumroad. The best example I have of this is definitely Bullwin, whom is the artist of a gacha game with a live service connected to Gumroad, so you can check them out on Twitter. That said, consider your favorite artists and see if they've contributed to any games at all. Another artist I know of is gonna be releasing their game pretty soon, depending on when I can upload this. Love Art. I say Love Art, I don't actually know how it's pronounced. God, I'm sorry, but you guys know who he is. Anyway, he's currently promoting the countdown for the upcoming game Paradiso Guardian, which will go live in Steam soon as of this writing. Some might even have Patreon exclusive releases, which reminds me, consider supporting me on patreon.com/TheCaliMack. Just consider it if you want to support my foray into Yaoi games and more. You might find a gem or two. One more thing about finding artists, you might be restricting yourself to just Steam. There are sites that cater to other games. There are other places people share their games. For example, DL site with Garumani BL. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. They have not paid me, in contrast to everybody who's posted like, hey, come visit Garumani BL. I've seen the tweets. You can't lie to me. Anyway, they host a few Yaoi games, though maybe in a language that you might have trouble, reading. Game dev studios for Yaoi games definitely will show you what games they worked on and where they published. Recently, the Camp Buddy got on Steam not too long ago, but originally they were selling it through a not exactly a proprietary service, a third-party market distributor, kind of like Gumroad and Shopify or something. I just forgot the name. Anyway, there are places even for run-of-the-mill indie games, for popular and experimental to trying their best. I'm not gonna say. I think you guys have seen a few. Anyway, some have tried their best in indie sites such as Itch.io and Newgrounds. Definitely in Itch.io, I've found a lot of gay games. There are a few on Newgrounds. Anyway, I found very crafty gay games through those sites, and I recommend you guys experiment with what you chance upon, if it's up to your liking. Sometimes you don't need to eat shit to know it tastes shit, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta take a bite of the forbidden fruit. Anyway, just be a little more open-minded. On one other option, by the way, is crowdfunding sites that are hosting fundraisers for yaoi games. Full Service and Camp Buddy are definitely two examples of games that raise funds through the service. If you search up dating sims, yaoi, or gay sims in fundraising sites just like GoFundMe or Kickstarter, you should be able to spot a few. That said, there's also scams there, so please be careful. And just spend what you need to. But you might find a few games that have already been, supported fully. That said, there's also a much easier way to learn about games: communities. I don't know about you guys, but I would not know about half of the games I play if it weren't for communities. Communities that I follow are pretty wild. Some are on that side of the niche, some are on the other side. But I'm a whore. Find a few who like discussing the genre you like and follow them. Interacting is great, but it isn't necessary. You could wait for the posts, or just ask casually through a tag post or a message, or maybe through the grapevine. I like using that word, grapevine. I like grapevine. Okay, you might be surprised with what you discover. This last option is the most important, and that is to go beyond your comfort zone. Not to say you should make yourself completely and utterly uncomfortable, but let yourself expand on what you normally watch or view. I discovered yaoi after I got into the early hentai days, and I would not have discovered the genre I loved if I hadn't braved the unknown. The internet has gone too hasty with censoring, so I do encourage you all to fight the censors and as governmentally safe as possible, Am I encouraging you guys to be a pirate? No, I encourage you guys to fight the system. No. Just keep yourself safe, guys. I'm not a big fan of censors. I'm not a big fan of restricting media. I will say parental guidance is a different thing. I definitely encourage that. But that's a different topic for a different time. I don't know how safe a VPN is for certain countries, but I do recommend using a VPN if you're not feeling that safe. What? You thought I was gonna shill a VPN service? Of course not. I'm not paid. I'm not gonna shill out their services. What do you take me for, huh? Crazy! You're a bunch of crazies. But yeah, get yourself a good VPN plan. Helps lift the veil. So that's the 5 ways you can hopefully stumble upon more yaoi BL games for your pleasure. So many artists just go unheard of, and search recommendations can only go so far. As my mother would say, there may be a diamond under a pile of shit somewhere. That's it for me. I'd like to thank my patrons for their support. Without them, I wouldn't have come this far as a creator. If you'd like to see a yaoi game that's possibly not on your radar, click here. I don't have arms. See something experimental? You can click on the other one. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.